When the Springboks crashed out at the quarter-final stage of the 2003 World Cup to the All Blacks, it was clear that things had to change. The following year, Jake White took over as coach, and one of his first moves was to appoint John Smit as captain.
2003 was more about survival and getting into that squad and making your way through there so that you could tick the Rugby World Cup box. There weren't that many thoughts about how well we were going to do. We sort of tried to avoid the issue because I don't think we were as confident as we should have been, considering the kind of quality players that we had. But in 2007, it really was. This is a reality. This fairy tale has become a reality that's been built over 4 years, and now we've got to not only rock up, we've got to make sure that we do every single thing right every single day for 7 weeks and make sure that we follow through on what we've been dreaming about for so long. It was more of a family than a team, and we knew that we were going to have to endure many more obstacles in that 7 weeks leading up to the final. We had some interesting pool games, and it was quite a physical contest for us in the first 4 games. So we had a lot of the Islander teams that played against us. We had some moments where, in the first game against Western Samoa, where Skulk obviously was cited, and 2 days after that with him being suspended from the game. And so those are the sort of things that would have to draw us closer. We'd have to do without Skulk until a later stage of the World Cup. And in a normal circumstance, I'm sure that would have probably put a team off, but it probably made us bind a little closer together. We had some dodgy games where things could have gone awry, and we look at the Tonga game where the ball could have bounced left and things could have been quite different. It's a special place to be when you've got a team like that, and you just know that whether it goes well or it goes badly, whether it's the 10th minute or the 70th minute, this team's going to do something to pull itself out.
Having qualified for the last 8, the Springboks were faced with another Pacific Island challenge against a Fijian side that had already beaten Wales.
De La Salle pops on over the top. The chase is on. It's a foot race. De La Salle could score. He's gone! Raouli is away for Fiji. What a great score for Fiji. They must have done it. That is the greatest 5 minutes of rugby that Fiji have possibly ever played. Clock running down to the full 80 minutes, and they come around this side. That surely is a try.
That's a good victory for South Africa against a very spirited Fijian side.
In the semi-final, South Africa came up against the unbeaten and highly motivated Pumas.
It's very different to any kind of test match once you get to a quarter-final, semi-final, but a final, you've made it all that way, and the thoughts when you lie in your bed the night before, the thoughts going through your mind are, we've done so well, we've got to this final, surely we can't fall at the last post. So all the pressure you've had to endure through the quarter-final and semi-final sort of is multiplied by 10, and you realise just how much is at stake. It was an amazing evening, and obviously the build-up makes a huge part and a huge part of the process of getting to that game. But I think the outlining feeling was walking down the tunnel on the way to start the game, and just I suppose it's a mixture of nerves and pressure and anticipation, I suppose, of what's to come. But I've never felt anything like it before, and never have since. And I think that probably sums it up. It's just an irreplaceable feeling that no money could ever buy.
South Africa go into the lead. Wilkinson. Perfect. Montgomery maintains his 100% record here tonight. No try. Oh my goodness. Drop goal attempt by Wilkinson off the right foot. He can't repeat what he did in Australia 4 years ago. John Smit and his team are the winners here in the Stade de France.
People always ask me what that feeling was like lifting the trophy, and I think the only things that have given me that kind of satisfaction and emotion all at the same time have been the birth of my children. It's really good fun winning a Tri-Nations, and it's pretty satisfying winning a series against the British and Irish Lions, but the reality of it is that it comes absolutely nowhere in comparison to what it's like to actually touch that trophy. And then to be able to hold it and drink some champagne and beer out of it afterwards is it's incredible. It's not called the Rugby World Cup for nothing. It is the ultimate prize.